there is some very interesting drama unfolding within the Jubilee Party, the ruling Jubilee Party, that I'd like to draw your attention to. Honorable Kanini Kega, who led the Jubilee campaigns in Kiambaa, but is the legislator for Kieni, which is one of the 6 constituencies in Nyeri, and Kiambaa is in Kiambu. Bwana Kanini Kega wants David Murathe and Raphael Tuju out of the Jubilee Party. In other words, he wants the most powerful officials in the ruling Jubilee Party, that is apart from the party leader, who is also the president. He wants those number 2 and number 3 in the party out. What Bwana Kega is implying is that these 2 party officials are the problem, and they must take responsibility for the party losing their seat in Kiambaa. You know, the seat was Jubilee, and now it is UDA. But David Murathe, who is the vice chair of the party, has responded and said, no, there's nothing like that. In fact, Murathe says, we want those who bungled the Kiambaa by-election and made Jubilee lose. We want them to account for the funds we gave them for the campaigns. Now, the way some analysts are looking at this is that they are sure Murathe and Tuju are going to lose their party seats. They are going home. And the analysis is based on all the noise that is being made against Tuju and Murathe. In my humble view, those analysts who believe this have been sucked in into something that could even be a diversionary tactic to divert people's attention from what the party and the president really want to do. And I'll tell you why. These 2 gentlemen are untouchable within the Jubilee Party. And if indeed they end up going home, then you can be sure that all this is just a stage-managed thing with a certain political objective. David Murathe is very close to the president. David Murathe did not drive to State House prior to 2013 to look for a job. No. The president went out looking for Murathe. He fetched him and gave him a job. David Murathe is a member of the president's kitchen cabinet. He cannot genuinely go. Go where? Go where? You will remember the drama in 2019 where Murathe supposedly, allegedly resigned. Allegedly, he resigned to deal with his boss, the deputy party leader, William Samoei Ruto. But in reality, he went nowhere. He was still around. And later on, when people had forgotten, he reappeared and started issuing statements as the vice chair. The vice chair who resigned. I suspect Bwana Murathe enjoys the drama of resigning and then rescinding his own resignation. When he was a member of parliament, he did the same thing. He resigned, and then later on, he firmly denied that the letter, which was with the speaker, his resignation letter, he denied it and said he had nothing to do with that letter. Maybe it was forged. Raphael Tuju is the Secretary General. Is also untouchable. He can go nowhere. Now, I think we forget very quickly sometimes. Who is Raphael Tuju? Raphael Tuju is a member of the cabinet without portfolio. Actually, his portfolio is to represent the Jubilee Party within the cabinet. For all intents and purposes, he is the Jubilee Party in State House. And so unless you want to tell me the Jubilee Party will be thrown out of State House, Raphael Tuju is not going anywhere. And that is why this latest drama within Jubilee is super fascinating. Is it that some ambitious politicians within the party want Murathes and Tuju seats of power? And they have decided to use Kiambaa as an excuse to achieve their ambitions. Folks, that is possible and may look plausible, but actually it is quite unlikely. Because all these politicians know who Murathe and Tuju are in the party. And so the most likely thing that is happening here is that we're just being treated to some play acting, an entertaining political show to divert our attention away from something that is unfolding within the party. Now, the president has called a party meeting for Wednesday this coming week, Wednesday, 21st July 2021. And the media is telling us, top on the agenda of this meeting will be the removal of Murathe and Tuju, which I'm sure has caused those who hate Murathe and Tuju to salivate, because they're looking forward to these officials being kicked out at the Wednesday meeting. Well, let's wait and see what happens. Wednesday is just 2 days away. But there's something else. Why did Jubilee lose Kiambaa? Did the party lose because of Murathe and Tuju? The answer is no. Because for anybody who's on the ground in Kiambaa will know that the main reason was the fact that the DP's camp has poisoned the Mount Kenya region, including Kiambaa, so that there was a lot of venom flowing in the direction of the president and his people. That animosity and rebellion of voters against the president was not caused by Tuju or Murathe. These two gentlemen are not the ones who have been moving all over the Mount Kenya region, poisoning people against the president. No, it was somebody else and his allies, name withheld. If anything, those who are campaigning for Jubilee in Kiambaa must have done some magic, because despite all the venom flowing against them, the difference in votes between the person who won and the Jubilee candidate who came in second was a mere 500 votes. Considering all the hard work the Deputy President and his people did, all the money that was poured in Kiambaa, winning by only 500 votes must have disappointed the Deputy President's team. That victory was too narrow. Numbers don't lie. And those numbers tell us very clearly that although the Deputy President has influence in Kiambaa, his influence is only 500 votes, more than the influence Jubilee has, only 500 votes. And so it would make sense, instead of sacking people, to improve on that achievement in Kiambaa, where despite the very hostile nature of voters towards the government, Jubilee ended up losing only by a handful of votes, 500 only. So, assuming I'm right, I could be wrong, but assuming I'm right, what is this thing that is so important to keep top secret? So important to divert people's attention from? What is it? The possibility is very high that it is the kind of thing that will not make the deputy president happy. It is possible that, in fact, the deputy president is the main target of that Wednesday meeting. Folks, Wednesday should be a very interesting day. Indeed, a super fascinating day. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to give me a like. If you've not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe so that you don't miss any of the videos I produce. So that you don't miss my videos, which I put a lot of work into. I also recommend very strongly that you consider being a subscriber to my weekly intelligence briefings by taking advantage of an amazing offer that is almost ending. Let me tell you a little more about this. Many times on this channel, I have described the upcoming 2022 general elections in Kenya with a Swahili very popular Kenyan expression as follows: Kimeumana kuumana. Oh yes. And maybe many on this channel have not been able to fully understand what I'm really driving at. What is the worst that can happen? What can really happen? What is this that kimeumana kuumana? Really, what is it? I know many of you are asking. In my latest weekly intelligence briefings number 60, I cover one of these areas that is really scary about our upcoming elections. And it is a trend that we have seen very clearly from the last two elections, the last two general elections. Of course, I'm talking about 2013 and 2017. It is a trend that is deadly, to say the least. Before the 2013 general elections, we had the death from a helicopter crash of the late Professor George Saitoti, who, by the way, had already announced that he was vying for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya. But was it really an ordinary helicopter crash? There is a lot of information in the public domain that suggests it was not. And I covered this in great detail in weekly intelligence briefings number 60. Now let me give you another quick example. In the run-up to the 2017 general elections, indeed very close to those elections, about a month before those elections, the CS internal at the time, a man called Joseph Nkaiseri, suddenly passed on from what we were told was a heart attack. A sudden heart attack just before the general elections. And then we had the still unsolved mystery of the gruesome murder of IEBC computer guru, the late Kshs. In my view, the stakes were very high in 2013. They were higher in the 2017 elections. And they're highest, a lot higher, in the 2022 upcoming general elections. Now, there are details which unfortunately I cannot share on this public channel that are included in my WAB number 60 that'll just blow your mind. No kidding, no exaggerating. And on this channel, it is our tradition to analyze our politics in our beloved country a lot more deeply than many others do. I'm not saying we're the best. I'm not bragging. But we make an effort to analyze politics very deeply. And therefore, the analysis of this highly sensitive area, must be done. Otherwise, we will be cheating our subscribers and indeed our fans and followers if we somehow leave it out conveniently from our deep analysis, because it is all part of the upcoming Kimeumana Kuumana 2022 general elections. Now, times are hard. There's no doubt about that. And many of you, my beloved fans and followers of this channel, may many times feel that you're being left out because of the relatively high cost of being a weekly intelligence briefings subscriber. But I have great news for you today. For the next 4 days, from the day this video was published, you will be able to become a temporary subscriber for the weekly intelligence briefings for 2 whole months for only 9.95 Kenya shillings, or $9.95. This has been the special offer for a monthly subscription, but now you can get 2 months. And even for those who your subscription has expired, you can now extend it for 2 whole months for only $9.95, or Kenya shillings 9.95 only. Go for it. I'm afraid you only have 4 days. In my opinion, the current special offer for a whole year, and even for lifetime subscription, you never need to pay again, is also very reasonable, very low. So please take advantage. This offer will not remain forever. Indeed, it is going to end very soon, if I can give you a heads up. Those who normally pray for a lovely, beloved motherland, I urge you to step up your prayers concerning our next general elections. Until next time, this is Kshs. Kumekucha.